What these numbers mean is that the fossil fuel industry is a rogue force now, okay? They're not outlaw against the laws of the nation because they get to write most of those, but they are outlaws against the laws of physics. If they carry out their business plan, the planet tanks. The end of this story is already written unless we intervene. That coal and gas and oil is still below the ground physically, but it's above the ground economically. That's what sets the share price for Exxon or Shell. When Peabody Coal wants to borrow money, that's their collateral, okay? And so it's going to get burned. There is no room for doubt or wishful thinking or speculation unless we alter this path in a fundamental way. So, we know about how much we could get away with drinking in the course of an evening. You know, given our size, perhaps we could, spotted cow. Perhaps we could get away with drinking four, I mean, you know, 4 of these. You might, maybe 4.5 for you might get away with that. And if we ate, you know, we paced ourselves and whatever, okay? The trouble is, the fossil fuel industry, party animals, man. They've opened up 30, 40 bottles for each of us to drink in the course of the evening, okay? That's what you're seeing up here right now, okay? But more than, well, some of you are in college, okay? And you might know somebody on the rugby team or something who would be willing to make some kind of ill-advised attempt, you know, at all of that. Let's think for a minute about what we'd say about him if he did it, and then apply those same words to the planet, okay? If he did that, he would be wasted. He'd be wrecked. He'd be polluted. He'd be smashed. He'd be ripped. He'd be trashed. He'd be totaled. He'd be toasted, okay? If he survived, the hangover would last a few days. If we pour that carbon into the air, the hangover is going to last for geologic time. So you've got this sense now of proportion, and you can explain it to other people. One more thing. Here's the kicker. Even with 5 times more on the bar than anybody could ever drink, they keep looking for more. Exxon spends, one company, $100 million a day, every day, looking for more hydrocarbons. They are scratching the bottom of the barrel now. It's deep sea drilling, it's, you know, mountaintop removal, coal mining, it's tar sands pipeline kind of oil, okay? I asked my colleague Gene to go to the package store and come back with the very bottom of the barrel stuff. You know, the stuff that would illustrate what we were talking about. And it was just too good not to show you what they came out with, okay? Keystone, that's our pure future, okay?
But with the fossil fuel companies, it's not that there's some slight problem with their business plan that needs correcting. It's that their business plan, the very core of it, is the problem. Because their business plan is to wreck the planet. That makes them a very special case, even within the realm of really bad business people. The only possible analogy is the companies that manufacture nuclear weapons, but at least those companies tell us their weapons won't actually be used to destroy the planet. They're just kind of there as a deterrent. Fossil fuel companies offer no such assurances. In fact, they're counting on their particular brand of weapons being used against your futures, against the climate. Because burning carbon is the whole point of digging it up. Faced with such a serious threat to their bottom line, these forces fight like they mean it. Every time the climate movement has gotten its act together, the fossil fuel interests have sent powerful lies into the culture and bankrolled their endless repetition. That climate change is a hoax, that climate action will destroy the economy, that you have to choose between good jobs and a healthy planet. They have bought our politicians and blanketed our airwaves, and they have attacked our movements from all sides. They have defamed us, infiltrated us, and tried to buy us off. In short, they have behaved as if they're at war, because they are. We really do want an end to their business model, not because we hate them, but because our survival depends on it. It depends on keeping 80% of their proven reserves in the ground. It's our side that's been kidding itself. For a long time, the environmental movement behaved as if climate change was the one cause that didn't have an enemy, that it was just a matter of getting the information out or finding the right technical fix, and then everyone would realize that we're all in this together. But here's the thing. We do have an enemy. We have a few of them, actually. The good news is we know exactly who they are. And as of right now, we're going after them precisely where it hurts them most.
Now, in some cases, the fossil fuel industry is even more powerful than that apartheid government. But what's different then, what we have on our side is that we have survival. Because we know if we don't win this war, we die. And our survival instincts kick in, and we also have the moral authority on our side. This is not about Republican or Democrat. This is about humanity.